4Beerzin! Welcome to 4Beerzin, everyone. Welcome to our country music special.
Oh, I'm excited about this one. This one's going to be awesome.
I'm excited too. How about you, Joe?
Very excited. Very.
Brilliant. We've got a very special guest all the way from New York, and it's the amazing Jennie Angel.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
How you doing, Jenny?
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, we got a day off today, so it's fantastic.
Lucky.
Get to chill out, have a few coffees. It's great. How's it over in the big New York, the Big Apple?
Well, we are up in the sticks in Apple Country, for real.
Ooh.
And it is a lovely day today. Nice and sunny out, and the sun is setted. You know, it's summer weather here. We're having a grand old time.
Excellent. Oh, it's windy and wet over here, so send some of that
Yeah,
sun
we
over
were just
here.
saying
Yeah,
that, but it's Australia's like wet and windy, so we're still in shorts, and so we can't complain too much, it's that wet that my bird bath is full. It's that it's that kind of crazy like rainfall that we've
It's
had.
that wet your bird bath is full. sorry, Jenny.
That's a true story.
You're fine.
That's amazing.
But we are on the show here to talk about you, Jenny, and your career in music over there. So we might hand it over to you just to tell our listeners a bit about you, what you do, and
What you been up to?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I began writing songs ever since I was about 13 years old, but only professionally about 2019. I released my first single, Move On. When I realized that I could make money from it, then I really started booking shows, and it kind of just took off, and I started my own business and then wanted bigger stages, and, I got some entertainment companies working for me and some interviews and write-ups and stuff like that, and then just it all skyrocketed from there as soon as I started going to Nashville and collaborating with communities down there, writing songs, and, we've got so many new songs that have been out more recently, and just being a songwriter for Nashville is just one of my dreams that has come true, and there are many more that will be coming true pretty soon.
That's fantastic. So look, what's Nashville like? I suppose it might not be a one answer thing, but what, because we have our
Tamworth.
Yeah, we have Tamworth.
It's not as good as Nashville, I don't think.
Yeah.
No. Well, did you want to? Are you aware of
comparison, yeah.
Tamworth, Jenny?
No, I have no idea what that is. Tell me.
Funny,
Okay.
we asked that question to everyone, and everyone that's the same response we get.
Okay, so we've asked a couple of questions there, but maybe Rob, if you talk about Tamworth, and then you can tell us about Nashville, and then we can compare maybe.
So I think Tamworth has actually borrowed lots from Nashville. So Nashville is actually the real big country arts festival of America. It's the biggest one. Is that correct?
What's that?
So Nashville's like is it the biggest country festival in America?
Nashville is the biggest city for country music in America.
Okay, yep. So our biggest region for country music, and I think where the heart of Australian country music is Tamworth, and so they've borrowed the same sort of ideals and things to make a festival around it. And so you can win gold guitars over here, which I think Nashville does the same. Is that correct? You can win a Nashville golden guitar. Is that correct?
That I have no idea about. I know that there are the CMA Awards, the ACM Awards, and other different organizations that will give awards for it, but I don't know about anything about a golden guitar, but that's cool.
Yeah, we'll have to get you over here, and obviously we know a couple of country artists in Perth. So Helen Townsend, which we're getting on sooner, so we can hook you up with Helen and get a couple of shows over here. We'll suss that out.
Yeah, we do know Helen. We're actually appearing in a video clip she has coming up soon called Baby Come Home. But yeah, check it out on your end.
So we definitely need to get Jennie Angel, Helen Townsend together, and then also Jackson Valerie Rose as another country artist that we should get some shows. I think all three of you would make a wicked festival headlining acts, I think, right there.
So we know a little bit of country.
So would you like to come over and headline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
That'd be cool. So what's if I can ask a question? So with what you're putting out at the moment with music, what's the latest single? Let's give it a big shout out. And can you tell us a little bit about that single as well, please?
Sure. Yeah. The latest release is Grindstone, which is a song about, just American life and how it's kind of set up. So you work until you are in the grave. Retirement age isn't until 67 and a half years old. And by the time you're 67 and a half years old, what more do you have left? But it's a fun, catchy, fast pop rock country song that we wrote with Nashville Songwriters International. Rich Sutter was the writer on that, and recording it down there in Nashville was pretty epic. It was a giant feat for me. It was amazing.
And then obviously they need to hop onto where can they hop on to hear these tunes, like online wise?
Oh, you can go on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. If you Google Jennie Angel, it comes up with every single app that you have that you could download on. And then, of course, radio. You can request on your local radio stations. They should be able to play them.
Excellent. All right, well, let's just play a little bit of it right now. So here we go. Grindstone. That sounds amazing.
And it's like you're here in the studio with us.
Brilliant song there. And
that's great.
Love the lyrics in there. I'm sort of still in the microwave from Danny here a little bit, but can you tell us about how you go through your songwriting process? Like what gives you the ideas for songs? How do you come up with what you want to say, what you want to talk about?
Absolutely. A lot of the times when I am writing, it's from real life reflection. So I'll be reflecting on the lives of my friends, lives of acquaintances, lives of people who have done me wrong, people who have done me well. Anything that I see or encounter can be turned into a song. I'll just be jotting down notes and recording melodies as I go throughout my day, constantly writing. As soon as I'll get like a melody, I'll put it in my phone or just jot down anything and then eventually running over it later and piecing things together.
I remember reading an interview about Jeff Buckley, and he was saying that he had pieces of napkins with lyrics and things written on it, and bits of paper everywhere. So do you have like a working space where you have like thousands of pieces of different books and different napkins and different things with all different lines and things on it?
Yes, so I do. So I have my camper outside, and I have notebooks all piled in there, and I have my recording equipment, and that's where the magic happens.
Cool. Do you reckon? All right, so I'm going off on tangents here a little bit. Danny's gonna give me. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just interested.
Rob, we got Rob is a muso here. Is that? He's
I'm a try.
He's a fellow muso, so I'm happy for him to ask all these questions. He's all like,
so do you find the digital stuff is like? I reckon old hand, like writing down things, seems easier to get ideas to go flowing. Are you more into the digital work where you'll use your phone or iPad or laptop to record things down, or is it still writing things down pen and paper?
So I use both methods. It depends on where I'm at or what I'm doing. If I'm collaborating and I'm using my phone for a Zoom call, I'll be writing things down on paper, and then of course you have to digitalize it in order to copyright it. So you'll be typing it eventually. So I use a healthy mix of both. But if I'm out and about, or if I'm on a run or something, or if I'm driving, just like quick hit the record button and throw in a melody or put down some lyrics. So I use both.
Cool.
I'm not too heavy on either or.
Yeah.
but the technology is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
And when you're out on the run, like we were talking a little bit about this off air, about some of the wild animals that you have over there compared to what we have here. Is there anything, if you just mentioned you're out on the run, is there any type of wild animals that you need to be aware of, or?
Oh yeah, I mean we've had a lot of black bear that have been recently coming into people's homes, and like in their refrigerators, drinking their White Claws, like.
Wow.
These are bears you're talking about, right? Bears.
Did you say the bears came in and drank White Claw? So they specifically looked for a logo that was of a bear, and they're like, "Hang on, that's our drink."
Yeah, they're like, "This is White Claw. Our claws are brown, but we're gonna take these anyway."
Yeah.
They, I don't know. but they're just all over the place. I saw this one video and this bear like opened up the kitchen door, walked in. It was on. He got a beer every day for like a week and drank a White Claw.
I'm just thinking of this bear just on 2 feet. Just like walking in and then, just imagine someone getting out of bed and they look and there's a bear literally in their fridge. What do you do?
The 3 Bears is like a real story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Goldilocks.
Because is it the brown bears? The brown bear's the biggest. Am I right?
Yeah, the grizzly.
The grizzly. They call that the grizzly. Here. But the black bears.
No.
What do you do? Is there do you have adverts on the TV if there's a bear in your fridge? I'm not going to try and do the accent, but there's a bear in a fridge. Don't forget to do this. No, but
keep going.
Not in Perth, West Australia.
We don't have bears.
No, we don't. But over east, there's ways for cane toads, which were introduced from
somewhere. I'm not sure where. Yeah, but
so the cane toads were introduced and then they bred, and they're a big problem because they
everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere, but they also attack the wildlife. They haven't made it to WA. Maybe at the top, maybe. But over there's a humane way to for them to die, and you put them in a bag and put them in a freezer, and they go to sleep. That's a message like that they get over here. So that's why I'm talking about a bear.
So is that what you do with a bear over there? Do you put them in a bag and put them in a fridge?
Push it in the fridge and shut the door there.
So while they're grabbing the beer, Jenny,
close the door.
While they're grabbing a beer, Jenny, you shove them in further, and then you just chill out.
Yep, it's like bullfighting. You get a big plastic bag. Come here, bear. Come on in. Put you in the freezer for a minute.
There's no ice cream today, kids, because there's a bear. But growing up over there, and this is what I'm talking. Growing up, though, do they teach it? That I assume in schools or like the wildlife, associations over there. If there's a bear in your house, what to do? Because it's definitely not play dead. Like, in the movies, they're like, if a bear comes, you play dead.
Yeah, what do you do when a bear's in your house?
Yeah.
I don't think I've never heard any like bear preparedness except for, avoid them, do not approach.
So there's no posters up on the wall, like duck and run or something like that.
Yeah, duck and roll.
They say if you make a lot of noise, it might startle them and make them scared to run away. But that's like out in nature. But if they are in your house, I don't know.
I got an idea. Maybe what we need to do is we need to make sure that every time someone sees a bear, they should play Grindstone. And then that's not to scare them off, but that is just to make sure that
they dance.
It'll make them dance and then chill out, and then they want to get another beer and then party.
Yeah, it'll make them drink too many White Claws and start running on the wall.
They might tell their friends, their other bear friends, check out this track.
Yeah.
But is it frowned upon? So you were saying like in the nature with the bears.
We're still on the bears. I'm so sorry.
But you can't shoot. You can't shoot a bear. Like there's certain endangered species where it's like we can't. When I was in the UK, I think around September, in our town where I'm from, they have like peacocks, and they're beautiful, majestic peacocks. You can't hit them with a car. So if you're driving and there's a peacock family across the road, you have to wait for them to go across.
It's a family of peacocks.
Or just one or two
that you want to run down.
But I was told like it's really frowned upon, big fines because they're like I don't think they're endangered, but they're
a royal thing because the peacocks aren't native to England. I think it's from India.
Really?
Something to do with that, and there's peacocks in Perth as well.
The same with bears, where if you've got a license, I think you can shoot a kangaroo.
Yeah, over here you can. So I guess with Jenny, do you have problems where like a bear when you're on tour and you've got like a tour truck or a tour van and you're driving through the states and you're driving down to Nashville? Have you ever do people hit bears? Is it like because over here we have a problem where kangaroos run out in front of the road all the time?
Yeah, I've hit a kangaroo.
Yeah,
have you?
With a car.
Yeah, on the way down Express.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Jenny, go.
Yeah, I think it's pretty rare. I haven't heard of too many people actually hitting bears. We hit a lot of deer here, though. Deer are crazy over here.
Oh, dear.
But I've never heard of too many people hitting bears. I've seen too many videos lately of people trying to pick up baby cubs
Ooh.
bear cubs, like to hold them and like play with them and stuff.
Oh.
I feel like bears are everywhere. Where you are.
They are.
If people can pick up a bear cub, that's asking for trouble.
I know.
So,
It's like swans
all I've
here.
heard.
You know, like a swan. So a swan's neck is that strong it can break a man's arm, apparently. And if you go by the river here, because we have a native swan, black swan,
the black swan, yeah,
and it's on our West Australia flag, isn't it? And so if you go near them during when they're having spring, babies and stuff, they will chase you.
Yep.
And all I can remember is they've got enough muscles in their neck to break a man's arm.
So we need to train our swans to be like Jenny's American bears, to just go to our fridges and get beers. That'd be way better, I reckon.
Whenever it's swan, there is a beer swan.
Oh, there is a beer.
Swan beer?
Yeah, the good old Swanee. But I can't imagine someone.
Beer?
Yeah, swan beer. Yeah, I can't imagine someone going just picking up ducklings, which is like the cubs.
Ugly ducklings.
But cubs are bigger. Bear cubs are.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're like bigger than puppies, aren't they?
Have you?
Yeah.
So you see lots of cubs when you're touring around America. Do you see lots of cubs and the things on the side of the road, or?
No, I mean I see them around like my friends' houses and stuff. Like I'm.
So your friends have got pets?
on the road.
Pet cubs.
No, they're not pets. They just come out. Like they'll come out and they'll walk in their backyard. There was a mama and like 3 babies up in my friend's tree one day, and then I was at my other friend's house in Connecticut, and they had this big bear was dragging the garbage cans up and down the road, emptying all of them, trying to find food. It was a mess. It's a disaster.
Jenny, I've just got to apologise and just clarify. This isn't a wildlife show. I'm so sorry that the other guys are just going on and on about all this.
That's because we don't have bears.
I don't know where they're going with this, Jenny. So I'm going to apologise right now.
We're amazed.
We do need to talk about the music.
Tigers and bears. Oh my.
Yeah.
So
They have cougars, but we won't go there. We'll go.
let's pull it back because we're
come
here
back
to
to
talk
the
about your
music.
amazing music. And so
It's about the music.
You're on tour right now and doing some shows in New York. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. We have. Well, I leave Thursday for Nashville for CMA Fest.
Wow.
Awesome.
Got a bunch. Yeah, got a bunch of fun stuff going on. I have a writer's room Friday, which my new song "Heartfelt" is going to be out, which is the same place where that was written, which is pretty cool. And then Sunday, I'm singing at the Grand Ole Opry for Sunday morning country.
Wow.
And pitching to labels and all that good stuff. And then I'm in New York on the 14th, and then Pennsylvania on the 30th, and then we're opening for Luke Bryan. I don't know if I can even say this yet, but I'm going to say it. Luke Bryan on July 11th at the Horizon stage.
Wow.
In Bethel Woods, New York. Yep.
Kicking goals is what we say over here. You are kicking goals.
Yeah. And how far are these
Kicking it.
places? Because I had a look on the map and stuff.
Yeah.
I did. I looked, and I saw Nashville,
Danny's
Connecticut, New
research.
York, and everything. Are these big drives?
Yes. Nashville's about 780 miles from New York. Pennsylvania is not too bad. It's like it's about 100 miles. You know, I like to stay within a 2-hour radius of my hometown to try to do like local drives for shows.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then
okay.
anywhere else I fly, I have another show in Lexington, Kentucky for the Holla Girl Festival in
fantastic.
August, and that's about I think it's like 1,000 miles. It's a little further.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no,
We
it's
might
Kentucky. It's
have-
700,
we might have-
700 miles.
We might have to get our miles convert to kilometers. Yeah, we're all
So
about the
it's
kilometers here.
3.5 Ks to every mile, I think it is, or something like that. So it's a lot. That's a lot of
Bit-
drive, a lot of
I
flying.
get told all the time. I
Yes.
just forget. I mean, what's the furthest you've ever driven here, Rob, for a gig?
well,
In-
Kalgoorlie, which is so it's 800 Ks. So that'd be how many miles divided by the sun? So it's not as far as what Jenny does. We're nothing though. We're like small fry compared to the amazing stuff and the amazing shows that you're playing. Is there a show that stands out to you that when you played it, you just stood there and went, "Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life." Has there been a moment that you can talk to us about where you were like, "Wow"?
Oh, geez. Yes. Well, the more recently, up until this weekend when I sang at the Opry, the Barefoot Country Music Festival was probably the one that put me in the most awe, because the Lainey Wilson played it, Hardy played it. It was Blake Shelton's birthday when I played, and then we were backstage doing tequila shots. Like that was probably epic when I came to play that. I was like, so, being on a bill with all those people and then walking on the boardwalk and seeing all the knockoff T-shirts with my name on it, I was like, that's insane.
That's awesome.
That was a marker for me.
That is really, so when you see copyright, I'd say not. That's actually really, really cool. You're like, you've made it, and you're doing good when you've got someone else printing your name.
Yeah. Do we get that? Have we?
Well, no.
I've not seen it.
Oh, wait, that stage yet?
We've got our own 4Beers shirts.
Yeah, we've just released some 4Beerzin
we have
shirts.
to make our own.
Yeah, just for our listeners. Yeah.
Your own knockoffs.
We'll be on the corner selling.
Can we
Take
buy?
turns walking past each other.
Can we buy some Jennie
Just
Angel
$5
merch?
cheaper, guys, right here. $5 cheaper.
Where would we buy some Jennie Angel merch? Is there a place we can go to buy that?
Yeah, if you click my link and buy in my Instagram, I believe I have a link to my Spring. So I have my if there's a Spring account, so it's all digital. I don't have. Yeah, it's not from my website. On my website, I think my website actually have a link to my Spring account.
Cool.
So there are some designs there.
So I have to check that out, and for our listeners, go on there and have a little look.
Get some coffee mugs.
Oh, that is cool.
All right, so can we hear a little? We'll probably have to wrap things up quite shortly here. Can we hear a little bit? So you've said about the shows that are coming up. So is there anything else that's here in Australia that we can keep an eye out for? That you can let us know about what's coming up for the already amazing year that you're having, and with those shows that you already have coming up now. But is there anything else that we can sort of get our listeners to tune in online and have a look at?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. There are things that will be coming up. I know there's a couple of write-ups and articles that will be coming out that I'll be sharing online. So if you go to my Facebook, my Instagram, my website, I'll be sharing links to those blogs and those interviews and those write-ups as soon as they come out.
Fantastic.
And then, of course, this Friday, 6/7, make sure that you guys download Heartfelt. TikTok, I go live on too. You guys are welcome to watch on TikTok.
Put that out there and share around and get that song around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well,
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sure has.
thank you so much for
Thank you guys.
coming and having a chat with us across. We're halfway around the world, I think, pretty much. So for you to join us is actually amazing.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to the single coming out this weekend, and then this Thursday, and then also looking for on the socials, getting everybody to check out Jennie Angel on the socials. Check out Grindstone, check out Heartfelt, and get out there and share all your music around everywhere in Australia, and we'll get you over here at some point.
Yes, please.
No worries.
Well, we end the show the same way every time. We're with the big chant. It'll be great to have you as part of this chant.
Before we do, there's just one thing we usually do at the end of the show. We always ask our guests or ourselves, if you could have anyone on the show, and just imagine if you were here, Jennie, who would it be? Anyone can be.
So if anyone on our show, if you could invite anybody on and you were part of our podcast, who would you want to sit down and have chew the fat with, so to speak?
Oh, geez, Louise. Post Malone.
He is pretty hot right now. But do you know what? Did you hear what happened when he came to Perth?
What happened, mate?
No, what happened?
Oh, it was a little while ago now, but I'll never forget it. So Post Malone got refused to go into one of the bars here because he wasn't wearing the right shoes.
Oh, really?
No shoes, no shirt, no service.
That's pretty WA standard, isn't it?
He had shoes. He had I'm pretty sure he had people with him. The bouncer said, "Sorry, mate." He said, "That's right."
Did you just try doing a straight accent?
So that would be the first thing that we would talk about when he comes on.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, you can come on the show, mate, if you're wearing the right shoes. But,
And also that you opened up for Jennie Angel.
Yes. Yeah, I remember Jennie Angel.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
You say, sorry, Taylor. I gotta You know?
It's been amazing to have you on the show,
Oh,
Jennie. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your music. Can't wait to hear the new single on Thursday.
Are you ready?
We'll do the 4Beerzin. We're ready?
We'll do 4Beerzin. Are we
All
ready?
right,
You going to
3.
do this with us, Jennie? Are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
4Beerzin!